Okay, I'm gonna do this little video here. I'm gonna be driving here in a few minutes. I gotta go to the store and do my grocery shopping. Even though things are what they are, I've got to do what I got to do. Uh, my eyes getting better. I can don't have to have a patch on to read. And when I look at the TV, which is probably about 15 feet, 14 feet away from me when I'm in bed, maybe 12 feet, um, I can almost see one image. Almost. Keeps going. Maybe in another 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be back to work. Fingers crossed. And I've having a lot of people ask me about having a Filipino girlfriend. And I've had a lot of, they get Filipino women contact me a lot asking me about if I have any American friends that want to be, want a Filipino girlfriend. Well, I'll tell you the pros about a Filipinos are the women they're very loving. Um, I've had more Filipino girlfriends probably in the last 16 years than I've had regular girlfriends. Every serious relationship I've had has been with a Filipino. I don't think I've dated an American woman since 2006. I don't think. I got divorced after 18 years with my first wife. She was American. And since then, uh, all my I've had 4 serious relationships. All 4 have been with Filipinos. And I've had quite a few that were short time, like we all have relationships. Um, Filipinos are usually fairly honest. You gotta kind of watch it. They'll skip things, telling you things. I've learned that they'll hide things. Not all, you know. They're all different. I'm just going by basics and what I've found myself. Um, I've had uh, 2 wives, Filipino, that both cheated on me. I had one I brought here to America, and right after she got here, she took off. And she had a boyfriend here waiting for her, and he couldn't afford her, or couldn't bring her, or didn't want to bring her, or whatever it was. I don't know. You know, I guess I'm an idiot sometimes. Um, I'm with Jenny right now. Me and Jenny were together in 2014, 2012, 2013, and maybe into 2014. And because I wasn't at that point in time in my life, I was never going to get married again because I went through 2 bad marriages and a bad relationship that I'm not sure what you call the one with. Um, it was something. It was horrible. It was I love you, I love you, I love you. Now that I'm here, I want out of this hell house, and because I got a boyfriend here already waiting for me, type thing. It was not a good time. So anyway, I think Filipinos, majority of the Filipino women are beautiful. I just love the look. Same with the Thai women. Um, Filipino women are very jealous women. You gotta realize that. Utah, especially over another Filipino, because I believe it's in their country that there's more women than there are men. I believe, and the men seem to be. This is just not everybody. I'm going to kind of put everybody in one category here, and you shouldn't do that. But what I've seen mainly is a majority or a large percentage, or I'm not sure what you'd put it at. They'll get a girl pregnant and they take off. They don't pay any child support, and the poor lady now ends up trying to raise her children. She ends up working overseas. She ends up um, taking people's laundry, whatever she can, to take care of her children. I see a lot of women that are single because the husband decides, and it's because there's no divorce in the Philippines. She decides that he's going to go get a younger wife because his wife now she's getting a little longer on the tooth. She's had 5 children for him, so her body is not as tight as it was. and she's now no longer 20 years old. She's now in her 30s or her 40s, and he'll take off to get himself a 25-year-old wife or girl that he'll live with and start a new family, and he forgets about the old family. And I see that time after time. I have a hard time with that. Um, and then I've known guys that are just so loyal to their family, hardworking. So there's not a, but it is what it is. Um, if a Filipino lady likes you, she's going to contact you all the time, and she will quit talking to everybody else. And if she really likes you, if you get a hold of her, she's talking to 5 or 6 other foreigners at the same time. But if she really likes you, all of a sudden those foreigners aren't going to be there. She's going to be calling you continuously, getting a hold of you continuously. Be prepared to, a lot of the, not all, because my girl doesn't do this, but a lot of them are going to be always needing money. Grandma's sick, aunt's sick, grandpa needs his foot cut off because he has diabetes. It's never going to happen, but so you find yourself sending money all the time. And there's a lot of women that just do that that's how they make their living, basically. It's a very poor country. It's getting better. This last trip over there, I couldn't believe how many newer cars there was and how many people had cars and more motorcycles. It was, I love the country. I love the people. But, yeah, the Filipino girls, they're very caregiving, very loving. You love them 100%, they're going to love you back 100%. But again, there's a lot of them that they just want to get out of their poverty or out of whatever they're in, and you got to be careful of that. And I'm not 100% sure how to tell, because I thought I got married again in 2018 to a lady that I had talked to for about 10 years, and I thought I knew her very well, and it wasn't what I thought. She had an affair on me. She walked out, and I didn't know we had major issues. Yeah, I knew there's never a marriage that's perfect, so I knew there was issues, but nothing I thought about ending a marriage for. And all of a sudden I'm just told, I'm leaving, bye-bye, no longer love you. And yeah, I had known her for a long time, and I thought she was 100% A-okay, so did everybody else. So you never know. With my girl now, Jenny, that's the one we're doing the site with, she seems to be more sincere than anybody I've ever seen, and she's done more for me than anybody's ever done. She's busy right now, dealing with family matters, dealing with trying to make ends meet, because she's been working overseas as a nanny, and because we're trying to get together, she quit her job back in October, and now she's living at home with her parents. So she's doing what she has to do to get things done, because she has a lot of responsibilities, and she still tries to get hold of me and talk. And there's not a day go by we don't talk at least once, usually 3-4 times. She usually calls me on video almost daily, and if she didn't have the responsibility she has, I know I'd be hearing from her more. But she's washing clothes, she's working on this, working on that, trying to make a living, trying to make a little extra money. She has the family to take care of. So it is what it is. You got two types of women, or there are multiple types of women. The basic types of women would be your bar girls, the ones that we have them in every country. They work for the bar, you pay money, and you do what you're going to do. And then you have your city girl. They're a little more liberal, a little more outgoing, a little. If you're going to sit down and have a conversation with them, they're more worldly, so you can have a better conversation. And then you have your province women. They're more conservative. You're going to have to ask mom if you can take me out, mom and dad if you can take me out. Good chance you're going to have uncle come with you on your first date or first couple dates, because they need a chaperone. That is not uncommon. Jenny is a province girl, but she's been working majority of her life. She's been working overseas. I did call and ask her dad permission, even though she's in her late 30s, mid to late 30s. I did call her dad and ask permission to court her. And because when you marry a Filipino, you're marrying a whole family. And be expected that because you're a foreigner, you're major rich, and they're going to come out of the woodwork wanting money from you. So that's something you got to be aware of. I have no problem helping out the mother and father. I don't feel it's my obligation, but I don't mind helping out. I don't want to support them, but I'm willing to help out, you know. A lot of them will be like, I've seen it personally in my life that you start sending the money home pretty quick. You're paying, you're supporting them. They quit their jobs right away, and I've seen this myself, and I have a lot of friends that seen this, and a lot of people I've talked to have seen this, and then they get the money from you, so they get a better house than they had before, and they start moving families in, and pretty quickly all the relatives living with them, and you're supporting a bunch of relatives, and no one works. I've seen that a lot. I've seen it also, like with my first marriage, um, the father bought a business and started working even harder after, and we helped them, not a bunch of money, but enough to help him out. And he worked harder. He was a hard-working man, but they're not all that way. And like I said, there's no 100% on everybody. Everything's a little different. So you got to just kind of pick and choose. You want to be careful on the Filipinos that ask for money right away. You get talking to them, and they ask for money right away. Don't be surprised when you get there. They're the conservative. You're going to go to the beach, and they're not going to put a bikini on. They're probably going to wear a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. You're not going to see any skin downtown like you do, on a hot day like you do here in America. They're not going to wear the skimpy little outfits. But it's nothing to see a lady with a baby pop her boob out and start feeding it right there, right in front of you, or walking through the store with one. You see that all over the place. But yet that lady ain't going to let you see her in her bra. If you're, it's kind of funny. Another thing I found is that you get these women that are very conservative. They're not going to let anybody see them. No one has ever much seen them with anything less than a t-shirt and a pair of shorts on. But yet you're with them, and you're having a serious relationship, and they have no problem you seeing them. That's a little different, I found. But I just really like the Filipinos. I have major respect for them. They're wonderful. They're loving. And I like the traditional Filipino. I don't like them when they become Americanized. Because the other thing that happens with them is in their country, the guys like the looks of more of the Western look. So if you look at their celebrities, they all got the smaller noses. They've got them probably surgically. Their skin color is a lot lighter, which I like the darker skin. And they look more Western. And that's all their celebrities and sex symbols. The women that we get is the more of the, not the attractive ones according to the population there. They're not the most attractive. That's why they don't seem to care that we go there and visit or marry their women, because we're taking away the not so attractive ones. The ones that you bring over here and the guys all go, wow, your wife's beautiful. Well, they've never been treated that way because they've always been the uglier ones. And that's what they've always felt. And all of a sudden they come over here and the guys are throwing themselves at them and guys are flirting with them and stuff. And then you see, like, my last wife, she started all of a sudden wearing very revealing clothes. People started telling me, on Facebook, saying she has cleavage on. A married woman shouldn't be dressed in this way. I have a hard time saying no to anybody. And I'm just trying to be a nice guy. And I told her I didn't like it, and she still did it. Well, those are the women that are going to probably leave you. If you marry a woman in the Philippines, stay in the Philippines, you're probably going to be with her the rest of your life. And when you die, she's going to be there crying for you. A lot of people say the Filipino women just want money. Well, that's the same with any woman. I say that's the same with any woman. if you were to marry an American woman, what's the chance that she's going to marry you if you don't work? What's the chance she's going to marry you if you work just part-time? Every woman wants security. More money you make, the better looking woman you're going to get here in America. And you know what the saying is? Money buys the eye candy, and the eye candy gets the money. You know, that's just, I think, human nature. They want to be secure, and yes, they see us as security. Another thing is, you see that in the Philippines, age isn't a big deal. Yeah, when they get married to a Filipino, they marry somebody within their age difference, but they seem to go after the older men when it comes to foreigners. Well, from what I've gathered after all the women I've dated and the friends I have, is that in the Philippines, if you notice, the people look very young until the day they wake up and they don't look young any longer. There's no real in between. Well, we have this in between age here, most of us Westerners, and they find that kind of attractive. They know that you're going to bring in stability. You're beyond the point of partying, and they're used to their men partying a lot, drinking a lot. But most of us are past that point by the time we are in our 50s and 60s. That is attractive to them. That you're going to be home for them. If you have children, you're going to be home and support your children. You're not going to take off with another woman tomorrow. You're going to probably stay with her forever. That's a stereotype again, I know. And Filipinos and Americans, probably all Westerners, make beautiful babies. Some of those beautiful little people you see in this world are mixed. It's the same way with, I think, all races. When you mix them, you get the best of both races. So they like the idea of the lighter skin for their children, which I don't understand because their skin color I find so attractive. And the smaller nose, which I find their nose cute. So that's a big reason why they go after the older people. And yes, the stability. They know that if they're with you, they're going to eat every day. That's very attractive. Like I said, I believe American women that way too. I know when I've tried to date American women, if I wasn't making over $100,000 a year, I had a lot of women that weren't interested in me because I wasn't making enough money. You know, we all want the stability and the safety net. And I've always made decent money to good money. I've never been rich, but I've not been really poor. I've always made a very decent living. And so that has not been a big issue for me. But I have had women tell me, oh, you're only a diesel mechanic. You only make so many a year. I want someone who's going to be able to bring in more money. And I've been told that quite a few times. That we were dating, and it's okay dating, but it ain't going to get serious because she's after someone that can take care of her. You know, that's just the facts of life. A lot of people are going to say, oh, no, this isn't true. A lot of women will get upset. But it's true. If I told an American woman who's going to marry her that I want a prenup, and I've done that, wow, it's, you're going to get a backlash. You tell a Filipino girl you want a prenup, okay, it's your stuff anyway. I don't have the right to your stuff. They don't argue it because so those are some positive things about a Filipino. Now this is going to be probably two sessions because I like to keep the stuff, try to keep it below 8 minutes and definitely below 10 minutes. I might put this on as a 20-minute one just for the heck of it. I don't know. So anyway, that's what what I've seen on the Filipino women. I don't know if it's helped you any or not. Go ahead and subscribe, please. Click the like, or if you don't like it, I guess the dislike button. Ring the bell and comment. Keep it nice and let us know. Let me know what you think of our channel, what we need to do because we want to get 100 subscribers in the next few months, and it's going. In some ways, our view time, we're getting lots and lots of view time on our videos, but we don't have many subscribers. Almost a majority of our people viewing must be people that just come in, look, and leave. And according to the specs, most people watch the whole video. So that's a good thing. And the specs all say we're doing above average, except for likes. We're way below average on likes, way below average on subscribes, and way below average on comments. But I'm way above average on people viewing and repeat viewing. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys, and make sure you subscribe.